As far as downloading, that's basically it. Next step is we have to adjust our settings. So let's open settings file. First, we have to enter wallet address, which we are going to use for sniping, and the wallet's private key. I'll do it off screen, so you don't see my private address and stuff. Some spaces. Okay, it's hidden. There we go. So next, what we do is we specify exchange that we want to do sniping on. I have chosen Pancakeswap version 2, and the list of exchanges are on the Pretty Good Token Sniper website. And mode, I have chosen liquidity for now, but there are two modes. One is liquidity, where we send a buy request whenever liquidity is available on Pancakeswap. And second one will be mempool mode, where the moment the liquidity enters the mempool, we send our request. And mempool should usually be way faster than liquidity mode. But in some instances, you may want to use liquidity mode. And yeah, that's what we're going to do now. I'm going to show how mempool works afterwards. So we have done that. Let's close the file, save it. All right, let's explore the setup file. So this first section is responsible for the token we are going to snipe. This is the token's address, and this is the token's symbol. Pretty straightforward. The next section is responsible for the token you are going to snipe with. Use custom base means that if token is not native to the chain you are using, then you should change it to true. Since BNB is native to Binance Smart Chain, this should be false. But let's say liquidity gets added in BUSD, right? You will set it to true and you'll have BUSD address right here. So some projects do that, they add liquidity in something else other than BNB. Next section is responsible for how often and how much you will buy, and when as well. So buy times means how many buys will be sent when the buy is triggered. So you will send one buy order with this setting. Base buying amount means how much in base you're gonna spend per one buy. So in this instance, you will send one BNB one time. Minimum tokens received is how much tokens you want to receive back for your one BNB. Zero means unlimited slippage. You will get whatever market is willing to give you. So these numbers you should use with caution and adjust by your own liking. I most of the times I use zero myself, but you may have different risk tolerance. Trigger price in base is the price below which the buy will be triggered. So zero will trigger no buys because, well, no tokens is worth less than a zero. So this next section is responsible for selling tokens. If you don't want to sell your successfully sniped tokens, you just specify this as false. But most of the times you will want to sell them, so you specify that as true. Or unless you want to sell them manually, you can specify them as false here and just sell them on the exchange. So approve. Approve means that it sends approve request shortly before it sells the token. In most cases, you'll have it as true because you have to send approve tokens requests if you want to sell the token. So I wouldn't change this to anything other than true, with exceptions if you are selling the token which you have approved previously. If token price is above this number, it will trigger a sell and it will be sent to a blockchain. 0 just means that it will send sell at any price. Hold tokens percent means how much tokens you want to still hold after the sell is executed. If you want to have a little moon back, you can still hold like 25% of the tokens. So it will hold 25% of the tokens. If you buy like 1,000 tokens, 250 will be held and 750 will be sold with this setting. The gas, self-explanatory, usually should not be more than 20, I would suggest, and gas limit should be around 2 million. That should be good for most snipes. All right, and now let's see this sniper in action. So I'll input some specific settings. All right, here 0, false. All right. So what's gonna happen now? I'm gonna launch the bot, and with these settings it won't buy anything, right? Because trigger price in base is at 0. Why is it launching? Alright, we're gonna run it anyway. There you go. Alright, so there you go. The bot sniper is in action, and you can see the price, you can see the notification that the snipe is not executed yet. And the good thing about this sniper is that you can adjust the setup on the go. So if I will change my trigger price, which is above this price, it will trigger a buy and will buy instantly. So let's go and specify it to 0.003. So since the price is below this number, it will trigger a buy. It will always trigger a buy when the price is below this number. And what will happen? It will send 0.01 BNB 2 times and will say that I want to buy tokens at the market value, no slippage, no nothing. I'm happy with receiving 0 tokens. And yeah, that's it. Let's press Ctrl Save, Ctrl S to save the file, and it will send a buy order. There we go. Boom. So it's sent. Unfortunately, I cannot scroll up. So it sent 2 buy orders. And what changed here in the console? It says snipe is executed, which is very nice, and we can confirm that the snipe was executed successfully just by looking it up on the blockchain. So let me paste my address. And as we can see, I had 2 transactions 25 seconds ago. Let's click on transaction number 1. Yeah, it did send 0.01 BNB, and I got 3.42 BUSD back. That's pretty cool. And the second transaction probably will be the same. Again. Boom, there you go, second transaction, same transaction. All right, that's a very nice demo snipe, but can we sell it? Of course we can sell it. So after successful snipe, you can sell your tokens. The software is built in a way that you can only sell tokens after you have bought some tokens, and then it will reset this cycle after you have successfully sold your token. So if we specify this to true and press Ctrl Save, it should sell 10% of BUSD that I have, and 90% I will hold. Also, one small note: sell price should always be higher than trigger price, with exception if it's 0. So if we change this to 0, this should be a valid setup. Let's go ahead and save it. Boom. Oh, wait a minute. Let's actually set this to true. Yep, there we go. Control save, and boom. So it confirms that we had actually bought. Let's decide this to false very quickly and save it. So it did sell 4.8 for the BUSD, and now the cycle restarts, and you can again specify tokens that you want to buy. You can change the address. You can do anything you want really. Let's check this out on the blockchain. All right, so what happened? First of all, it's gonna send approved tokens, right? So it approved BUSD for trade on Pancakeswap version 2, right? And then next transaction should be actual sell of the tokens. There we go. It sold 4.84 BUSD for BNB, and that's how the liquidity sniper works basically. Let's exit this, and to exit this you just press Ctrl C, and it's gonna exit in 5 seconds, and it's gonna close the window as well. All right. So these are the basics of how buying and selling tokens with EGTS work. In my next video, I will show how to snipe a token when liquidity gets added to the pool. Stay tuned.